Hi everyone. I'm just going to provide you with a little bit of detail and feedback about how to post a discussion post for those of you who aren't familiar with how to walk through that process. I'm just going to show you where to go and what to do, and remember that those will be due on Wednesdays and Fridays of those upcoming weeks. So Wednesdays is just kind of the weekly discussions, and I'll give you prompts for those. And then on Fridays, the more in-depth, kind of higher stakes, bigger grade post that's kind of surrounding your paper topic. And again, I'll provide you with some prompts for that. So if we go back to D2L and take a look, here's the welcome back, so maybe take some time to look through that. And in order to find the discussion posts, what you can do is go up to collaboration. Okay, and in that drop-down menu, you'll see discussions. Okay, so if you click on that, you'll see that this is the discussion area. Remember that it's D2L and it's kind of clunky, but you'll see, so on every Monday, you'll see for that particular week, so for this upcoming week, week 13, you'll see the general discussion prompt, and then you'll see the paper topic discussion prompt. Right now, I just have the Q&A area, but I want to use that as our example, right? So if you click on the hyperlinked letters right here, Q&A, that will take you to where you will kind of go to create your discussion thread, right? So I would really recommend that for those of you with the capability, take a look at the prompt here, but then use Microsoft Word to type up your response so that you can take advantage of the spell check feature, the grammar check features, and just kind of work with your post and potentially save it. I would really recommend that you save it because again, D2L is not perfect, so you may work on typing up a response and then you click, everything that you need to click and it's just not visible or it's not saved. So working with Microsoft Word and kind of saving it there is just going to save you some time, effort, and trouble in the long run, and it also helps you edit before you post. Y'all, it's a writing class, you got to edit before you post, okay? So going back to the screen, if you click Start New Thread, here is the subject. For those general discussions, don't worry about something fancy, but just, say your name. So for me, maybe Dr. E's question or Dr. E's discussion, or, whatever it is that you want to offer as a subject, as long as it is appropriate for our class, right? And then if you click down here, this is where you can copy and paste from Microsoft Word, or if that's not an option, this is where you can start typing your response. We're not working with kind of more formal guidelines in terms of formatting, so you don't need to indent your paragraphs. But y'all, what I would really suggest you do just to help me out when it comes to grading is that if I've given you a length requirement and it's, say, 2 paragraphs, we're striving for 4 to 5 sentences for every paragraph unless I've asked you to do some research. Put a space between those paragraphs so I can see how your ideas are kind of separated and it doesn't look like just one mass of information. That's hard to read on a screen for me, and it's hard to grade generally to see that you've reached those length requirements, okay? So this is where you would go to type up your response. You would see the prompt up here. It would repeat here so that you can always refer back to it. Remember that you can play with some of the formatting if you want. If you want to change the font or font size, you certainly don't have to. Y'all know I love Times New Roman, but you don't have to do that because, again, we're working kind of outside of our usual circumstances. Once you have everything typed up, click Post. And then what I would really encourage you to do, if you go back to discussion list, just make sure that you can see your work, right? So if you click back on that discussion topic, you should be able to see your post and the post of other people if they've already submitted their work. Generally, you will not be able to see their responses until you post your own, okay? So just keep that in mind. And then once you go through and post, that makes it a little bit easier. You can click on somebody else's post and offer a response to them if responses to your colleagues are required for that week. Okay, so that's just kind of a general way to walk through that information and know where to go to find that information. But what I will also do is in the announcements for every week, I will offer some links to those discussions just as a kind of reminder. You'll notice that with a lot of online courses and just using an online format in general, there are various places you can go to find the same thing, and that is not meant to be overwhelming. That's just meant to make sure that you're not missing anything. Some of you are more comfortable comfortable working in the announcement space, but I also, want you to just know where to go for the content area for that week, just so that you can get kind of a breakdown. I'll post any videos or anything that I offer to, provide more insights or information, but generally you'll see every week broken down here on the side of the table of contents. And remember, if you click overview, that just gives you this general information. I hope this has proved helpful. I know, again, that some of this can be a little bit overwhelming at first, and that some of you are a little bit more familiar with not only D2L, but online courses in general, but we'll get through this. If you have any questions about how to submit your discussion post, please make sure you get those to me either during the office hours in the instant message area, or you can go to that Q&A discussion area and ask the question. If you have the question, chances are other folks do as well. So we want to make sure that that's part of the conversation. And I'm not just responding to individual emails if many of you have questions about that, or if I haven't been clear about something, okay? So just keep that in mind. I know you're doing your best. I hope what I'm doing is helpful, but again, keep me posted on that kind of stuff, and hope you're doing well. Okay.